This is the unbelievable story of David and Goliath, a battle that changed history forever. Long ago, in the land of Israel, fear covered the battlefield. Two powerful armies stood facing each other. On one side were the Israelites, led by King Saul. On the other side were the fierce Philistines. Every morning and every evening, a giant warrior stepped forward from the Philistine camp. His name was Goliath. He was over 9 feet tall, covered in heavy bronze armor, and carried massive weapons. His voice thundered across the valley as he challenged Israel to send someone to fight him, but no one moved. For 40 days, Goliath mocked the army of Israel. "Choose a man to fight me," he shouted. "If he defeats me, we will serve you. But if I defeat him, you will serve us." The Israelites were terrified. Even King Saul, the tallest and strongest man in Israel, was afraid. The soldiers whispered among themselves, "No one can defeat him. He's too powerful. Who would fight a giant?" Every day the fear grew stronger. Meanwhile, far away from the battlefield, a young shepherd boy named David was caring for sheep. David was not a famous warrior. He was not rich or powerful. He was simply a young man who loved and trusted God. One day, David's father sent him to the battlefield to bring food to his older brothers. David packed bread and supplies and began his journey. As he arrived at the camp, he heard loud shouting. The armies were preparing for battle. Suddenly, Goliath stepped forward again. His massive footsteps shook the ground. "Who will fight me?" the giant roared. The Israelite soldiers immediately ran in fear. David looked around in shock. "Why is everyone afraid of him?" David asked. "He has been challenging us for 40 days, the soldiers replied. But David could not understand why no one trusted God. David boldly said, "I will fight the giant." The soldiers laughed. King Saul looked at David carefully. "You are only a boy," Saul said, "but Goliath has been a warrior since his youth." David answered with confidence, "When I protected my father's sheep, lions and bears attacked them. God helped me defeat them. The same God will help me defeat this giant." Saul was amazed by David's courage. Finally, Saul agreed. He placed his heavy armor on David, but the armor was too large and too heavy. David removed it. Instead, he picked up his shepherd's staff, his sling, and 5 smooth stones from a nearby stream. Everyone watched in silence. Could this young shepherd really defeat the giant? The battlefield became silent. David walked toward Goliath with only a sling in his hand. When Goliath saw David, he laughed loudly. "Am I a dog," Goliath shouted, "that you come to me with sticks?" The giant cursed David and mocked him. "Come here, and I will feed your body to the birds." But David stood firm. "You come against me with sword and spear," David declared, "but I come against you in the name of the Lord." The armies watched in complete silence. Then Goliath charged forward. David quickly reached into his bag. He placed a stone into his sling. He spun it with speed. Then he released it. The stone flew through the air. It struck Goliath directly in the forehead. The giant stumbled. Then he crashed to the ground. The earth shook. The giant was defeated. For a moment, nobody moved. Then suddenly, the Israelites exploded with joy. The Philistines were terrified. Their mighty champion had fallen. The Philistine army turned and ran. The Israelites chased after them with great victory. David, the young shepherd boy, had defeated the giant that no warrior dared to face. News of David's victory spread throughout the land. People everywhere spoke about the courage and faith of the shepherd who trusted God. David's story teaches an important lesson. Fear can make giants look impossible to defeat, but faith gives courage. David did not win because he was the strongest. He won because he trusted God. Sometimes in life we all face giants: fear, problems, failure, doubt. But like David, we must remember that courage and faith can overcome even the biggest battles. So the next time you feel afraid, remember the shepherd boy who defeated a giant with 1 stone. Faith is stronger than fear. Type Amen.